So before, I had talked about nannying and teaching at the same time, how those inequities that I noticed really fueled my radicalism as an educator. And I want to keep sharing them as they come up. One that recently came to me was the concept of Nantucket. Now, I know some people might be more familiar with it than others. I was not at all familiar with Nantucket, but I was nannying in the summer, and I had a couple of nanny kids that had talked about their summer before they were with me and how they had gone and traveled to Nantucket. The things that they did, and I thought that was very interesting. Whatever. They always talk about where they travel because they travel a lot. I go into my classroom when the year starts, and we end up having to do, at the time it was MAP NWA testing. One of the questions on one of my students' tests talked about Nantucket. Now, I wish that I could remember exactly what the question was, but I don't. But I know that Nantucket was like in the text that they were reading. It might have been like that was the location or something. I'm not 100% positive. And in that moment, when I was looking at this test, watching my student struggle with whatever this question was, I thought to myself, this is it. This is where that difference is. That student, the nanny kid that I had, they would read a story and read that same passage, and the word Nantucket, they'd be able to read like nothing because they had been there, they've known it, and it wouldn't be something that they got caught up on. Whereas the student who, we were in the south side of Chicago on the border of Inglewood and back of the yards, no idea what Nantucket was. So this word, which is not even an English word, right, is going to really trip them up. Those type of inequities would piss me off, and I'm going to keep sharing them. Because at the end of the day, when you are measuring like this, you're not measuring intelligence. You're not even measuring skill or ability at that point. You are measuring exposure, and you are measuring class. You're measuring wealth. You're measuring what you see as the dominant culture. And it is really difficult to assess kids on this non-biased basis because it simply does not exist.